Good morning. My name's Bruce Stevenson. I'm the guy on the upper left, and with Linda Piccinini, who's on the upper right, we are today's dental consulting. I have been a general dentist for over 35 years, and about a year ago, I sold my general practice and opened an Invisalign-only practice. Linda was our office manager in my previous practice, and she's still the office manager in my Invisalign practice. The Invisalign practice is just part-time, 3 days a week, and the other days of the week, Linda and I do consulting. It's really kind of fun to work with other dental offices. I have been involved with consulting and seminars and computers and practice management since about 1986. And over the last few years, Linda and I have done a fair amount of consulting, but really over the last year is when this has really taken off. So as I mentioned, we have seminars, webinars, consulting, we do staff meetings, and now we even have a book that you'll hear about in just a minute. The purpose of this little webinar this morning is to encourage you to come to our upcoming seminars. Just like an exciting new movie, we have a coming attractions, and that's kind of what this little slideshow is about here. We want to invite you to come to our seminars, which are in October, and to bring the staff, at least to the first two. What are we going to talk about in these seminars? We're going to talk about the changes that have taken place in dentistry over the last 10 years. We've got managed care, we've got more competition, we have websites. There's a lot of things that we need to know about and apply to the management of our dental practice in order to be profitable and successful. So we're going to spend 5 hours at the seminar. It's a very short, fast-paced seminar. It's also very inexpensive, but we're going to spend the time talking about these changes and how your office can take advantage of them. The seminar now includes a copy of our book. Each office that comes to the seminar receives a copy of this. It's over 120 pages long and has just all sorts of good information. One thing I want to mention is we don't have any conflicts of interest. We don't take money from anybody other than the dentists with whom we work. We have no commercial ties. We have no paid endorsements. Now, this does not mean that we don't recommend products or services, because we do. But when we recommend them, it's because we think they work very well, not because somebody's given us money. Part of what we talk about in the seminar is what we call the 12 best practices of modern dental practice management. We call them this because we find in our consulting that offices that do these 12 things well do much better than the offices that do not do these things. You can download that previous list by going to our website, which you see down at the bottom there, todaysdentalconsulting.com, and over on the right-hand side are a whole bunch of goodies there, including those 12 practices. You can also get a list and more information about our current seminars on that website. If this brief webinar isn't enough for you, there's even a longer version there that runs about 20 minutes where we talk about all those 12 best practices instead of just the one we're going to talk about here in a minute. Perhaps most importantly, if you're thinking about coming to the seminar, you want to read what other people have said about it. And of course, we have a list of links right there. Also, you should know that the seminar has a money-back guarantee. This is just one of those 12 best practices that we talked about. You want your website on page 1 of Google. Well, of course you want it there. That's a no-brainer. The question is, how do you do that? How do you get on page 1 of Google? I love what this guy had to say on Dentaltown. He spent $5,000 for SEO, search engine optimization, and didn't get a single patient. And his is not an uncommon experience. I don't know in real life if this is true, but when it comes to Google, money can't buy you love. To get on page 1 of Google, you've got to be smart. You've got to understand how Google searches work. This is my website I made a little over a year ago for our Invisalign practice. It took me 6 weeks to get to the top of the Google searches for Invisalign San Leandro. This was not difficult. This did not cost me any money. I did this myself, simply applying the rules that you'll learn in the seminar. Hopefully this very brief webinar has whetted your appetite and you're very anxious to sign up for one of our courses. You can do that right down there at the bottom of the screen. You see our website, todaysdentalconsulting.com, and you can sign up right online or you can download a form there. I only mentioned one of those 12 best practices today, the one about the websites, but as again, we talk about all of them in the seminar in depth, and we talk about a whole bunch more. Thank you for watching our little webinar, and I very much hope that we see you at one of our upcoming seminars.